What is up, guys? Today I want to give you my thoughts on Astro's Playroom on PlayStation 5.
What's on Jay's mind?
Alright, let's look into the good, the bad, and the ugly on Astro's Playroom on PlayStation 5. I don't like calling these reviews or more thoughts videos. I don't do reviews. I got friends who do reviews way better than I do. If you want to see a good reviewer, go watch 8-Bit Eric's channel. He does a lot of indie game reviews, especially on Switch. He's kind of the indie game review guy king. So, there you go. Shout out to Eric. And another shout out to Eric. Thanks for doing my editing. Without him, there's no this. Let's get into the good, the bad, the ugly. Alright, so the good. What is good about this game? Graphically, it's just fine. You know what I mean? Graphically, it's cartoony, which is okay. That's not a problem. It can be. It's supposed to be cute, and it is cute. Good. The level designs. The level designs are pretty good, actually. They're short. They're not too long. They're going to keep you interested. They're not going to get you bored super easily, which is good. I know certain games, one off the top of my head, Sonic Mania, the levels were just too long. After a while, I felt like it was just a mundane task to get through it, as easy as that game may have been. But Astro's Playroom is not. Perfect length on the levels. Tons of collectibles. One thing I really liked about this game is it's essentially a history of PlayStation from 1 to 5 basically at this point, and everything in between. We're talking PSP, we're talking, there's different collectibles and stuff like that, and you kind of I guess get statues, I guess if you will, of the iToy, the PlayStation 4 camera, the oh god, the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, the PS1, all that kind of stuff. And you can actually go and interact with all that kind of stuff. So they put a lot of thought into this game. Another good thing, it really showcases the abilities of the PlayStation 5 controller. Now, there is motion control on this controller, but that's not new. That's not new in the PlayStation world. You've had motion control since PlayStation 3 with the 6-axis and whatnot. But this really feels like they've mastered it. I gotta be honest. There's a point in one of the levels where you have to do like this and make your dude grab on by hitting the R buttons, R1, R2, or R1 and L2, or R1 and L1, you know what I mean. So like you move this like this, his arm comes up. If you dropped it, his arm would come down. Take the left side up, his arm will come up, come back down. Really, really neat. Another feature is the adaptive trigger buttons. In certain situations, the trigger buttons are going to actually get some resistance behind them. So that's a really neat thing, right? And another, at one point, you blew into the controller. It recognized that you blew into the controller on the screen. That is freaking awesome. I believe the 3DS, one of the DS's, one of the things in that line had that feature. Really, really neat to see it on the PlayStation controller. There was another point where you're in a spaceship and you tilt like this. If you tilt this way, obviously it turns this way to make him move. And then you got your thrusters. You got right thruster, left thruster. And then you are a kind of, how can I best describe this? You know those things where it's like got a suction cup and spring, you push it down and then it'll pop, and the thing will jump. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that. And same thing, you hold the trigger a little bit, it's gonna go down a little bit. You hold it down longer, hold it down harder, it's gonna squeeze, and you turn the controller and they made it work. All the new features on the controller work really, 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 really well. The bad. The two things on the bad are this. One, once you're done, once you platinum, it's an easy platinum. There's no replay value on it. At least for me, there's no replay value on it. One thing that I'm going to put in the bad category is all the neat features of the controller that were showcased in this game. It is up to the game developers to use these features and incorporate these features. And if these features are not used and not incorporated into other games, well, then they're just sitting there doing nothing and collecting dust, so to speak. And I know that has no bearing on the game itself, but it's just something, food for thought, something that I wanted to bring up. That's really it. The ugly, there's not. It's a fun game. It's a nice game. It's an easy platinum. You know, people of all ages can sit down and play it. And again, the tutorial showing you how the controller works, I think it's amazing. I love the history that they give you of the PlayStation in general. You know, the life of the PlayStation. And I say play the game. And here's the deal. If you got a PlayStation 5, it's free. It's on there. There's no reason to not play it. If you're a trophy hunter like myself, this is an easy platinum. There's a really good YouTube guide on there, and you can do this. If you don't care about the story, anything like that, and you just want to burn through it, you could probably get this done in 3 to 5 hours. Easy peasy, Japanesey, clear it off your console, and save, I think it's an 11 gigs. There you go, load up another game. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Astro's Playroom on PlayStation 5. This guy's going to give it 2 chodes up. No, honestly, let's see, out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. It's fun. It loses points for, you know, I'm not going to say graphically inferior, but for what it is, it looks good. And no replay value. So 7.5, maybe an 8, right in there. Give it a shot, guys.